Hi, this is David Bliven, Bronx and Westchester divorce attorney, with another episode of Lessons from the Divorce Wars. So this lesson comes in, I've had a couple recent cases like this, but it's really a repeated theme throughout the years, which is I've had especially opposing parties, but every so often a potential client comes in and they explain the same situation, which is they hire a cheap divorce attorney. It's the natural instinct of anyone to say, why spend more if I don't have to? I don't understand. If one attorney is saying, I'll do your divorce case for $5,000 and my hourly rate is like $300-400 an hour. That sounds like a really good deal vis-a-vis another attorney that's charging $10,000 and $600-700 an hour. Why spend more if you don't have to? Here's why. So, again, I've had a couple recent cases where the opposing party hires a cheap divorce attorney. They charge like $300-400 an hour. And it's obvious that they just don't do the proper preparation for their case. I had one attorney that just did their invoices and badly misspelled my own name. How much respect do you think I'm going to have for an attorney that just completely screws up the last name of the opposing attorney? You're just screaming that you're sloppy in your work. And then it's just obvious that when they get to court or they do a deposition, that they don't do anything to prepare their client properly for the court proceedings. Because if the attorney is charging like $300-400 an hour in New York City to do a divorce case, they're a volume attorney. They have 100 or more cases. They probably likely have 150 or 200 cases. They don't even know their clients' names, let alone have time to properly prepare the case. Here's another reason why you don't want to go with a cheap divorce attorney. Beyond just the obvious that you're going to get a cheap result as a result of your case, I looked at some of the invoices of these cheap attorneys. They bill the living F out of the case. So they might be only charging $300-400 an hour, except when they get to, pad their bills and make up for it that way. So I had one attorney, I looked at their billing invoices. They billed 8 hours for doing a motion reply. And the motion reply was only 8 pages long. In other words, they billed 1 hour for every page of their affirmation. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. For the same amount of time, I think I billed my client like an hour or two. So in other words, breaking it down, I was charging $600 an hour. I think I charged my client, maybe an hour and a half. So maybe for the motion reply, they got charged like $900. Maybe I billed 2 hours. I don't know, $1,200. Well, this other attorney that was charging $400 an hour, they billed 8 hours. I don't do math in my head. 8 times 400. Ooh, they billed $3,200 for doing a motion reply when, no offense, much better attorney charged $1,200. That's where they get you. They suck you in with that, I only charge $5,000. And then you get screwed, not only getting a poor result, but end up actually paying more than you would have to otherwise. Here's an analogy. You go into car dealerships shopping for cars. Got a choice of spending $40,000 for one car or $20,000 for another car. Well, if all you can afford is $20,000, go get the $20,000 car. But If you can afford $40,000 and you say in your head, well, why should I have to spend $40,000? Both cars are going to get me from point A to point B. I don't understand why I would spend even more for the $40,000 car. Well, probably it's because the $40,000 car is a better quality car, and probably because you're looking at the $20,000 car and it's a used car and it's likely going to start breaking down and you're going to have to start paying repair costs. And at the end of the day, that car may add up to be similar or even more expensive in the long run than the $40,000 car. It's similar to attorneys. If you price it out based on the results that you're going to get from a better quality attorney on the one hand, but also the fact that there may be hidden costs in hiring that less expensive attorney because they're going to pad their bills to make up for the lower hourly rates, you're going to be better off hiring that more expensive attorney if you can afford it. So really consider these things, shop around, do your homework. But really consider that if you can afford the better attorney, go with the better attorney right from the beginning because you're going to get the better results. So these are some lessons in the divorce wars. If you're looking for more answers like this to similar questions, check out my blog. You'll find it at blivenlaw.com/blog. See you next time.